What's up, guys? My name is Ace, and today I want to talk a little bit about Arsenal Sandstorm, as well as just in general my thoughts about these weather and lighting changed maps that we've been getting in Black Ops 4. So first up, Arsenal Sandstorm, as you can see here, is Arsenal with the exact same textures and everything, but there is a sandstorm going on, which really limits your visibility in the outside areas. I will say I was a little bit surprised to see that they didn't completely cut off the line of sight for the common sniper area, that little room in that open side of the map. The one thing I was kind of hoping for with Arsenal Sandstorm is that you wouldn't be able to see across that line of sight, and this would actually completely change up the way that that side of the map is played. I was looking forward to that. It would require a bit more close quarters action, but unfortunately you can still see pretty well through there without having a thermal sight equipped. Yes, you have a little bit less visibility, but I've had no issue whatsoever seeing people across that line of sight. So aside from that, nothing else has really changed with Sandstorm. The lighting is a little bit different because of the Sandstorm itself. The inside areas are slightly darker because of this, but all of the textures are exactly the same. So while it does give a little bit of a different look, it's the exact same gameplay experience. Now, if I had to choose, if there was only two maps to vote for, and one was Arsenal and the other was Arsenal Sandstorm, I think I'd just vote for the standard Arsenal. I'm not a huge fan of the whole Sandstorm thing. Like I said, I think it would have been better if they actually cut those sniper lines of sight off, because that would actually change up the playstyle a little bit, and I think that would be really interesting to see. But as it is right now, it's more so the Sandstorm is just a little bit annoying, but it doesn't change how you play the map at all. So this leads me to the general topic that I wanted to also cover in this video, and that is what I'm currently feeling about these maps that they've been adding that are identical to the maps that are already in the game, but they have different weather or different lighting. I have talked about this a little bit in the past, but I wanted to bring my updated thoughts and feelings into this. This is actually something that a big portion of the community, myself included, have been asking for many years with Call of Duty. I always thought it would be really cool to have different variations of the same maps, and it would keep things at least a little bit fresh in the visual department. Having said that, I am starting to get a little bit annoyed with these maps because of the way that they seem to be treating them. It seems like these maps have kind of become replacements for the otherwise free maps that we've been getting last year. And I realize it's different studios. Last year was Sledgehammer, this year is Treyarch, but I find it kind of frustrating that we have such inconsistent content year to year within the same franchise. So if you guys remember last year with COD World War II, we had several maps that were completely free for everyone that played the game. You didn't have to have a season pass, you didn't have to pay for the maps, and they were coming out every couple of months at least. We would get a free new map. Now, some of those maps like Shipment or Winter Quarantine, they were remade maps from previous Call of Duty games, but they did at least offer a new gameplay experience within COD World War II. It seems like this year, instead of giving us those free maps every now and then, they're giving us these variants of these same maps that are already in the game that don't offer us a unique gameplay experience. And if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely take having some throwback maps from previous Black Ops games added into this game. The weather changed maps and the lighting changed maps, that would be a nice bonus on top of things. But releasing one of those every month or two, it doesn't really have any hype behind it, and it doesn't add to the gameplay experience, in my opinion. It's simply a visual change to a map that we're already playing. So I would much rather have a throwback map from a previous game that isn't currently in Black Ops 4 than having several of these weather change maps. In addition to all this, this is something that I brought up in the past. I don't like how they've implemented these weather change maps. Now, I haven't played a ton since Arsenal Sandstorm came out, so perhaps they have adjusted this. But to my knowledge, the way that they still have these coded in the game is it's coded as a brand new map, and therefore it shows up as a new map in the rotation. And this means it seems you are much more likely to be playing maps that have a variant because it shows up twice in that rotation. You have the regular version and the variant version of that map. And in the past, I've seen many times, especially with firing range, where the voting option was literally either firing range or firing range night. And I think that's a bit of a problem. I think the better way to add this is to simply add the variants into the game, and then when that map comes up, it's randomized as to which variant of that map you're going to end up playing. I think that would be a much better way to handle that doesn't screw with the map rotation or the map voting system, but that's just my opinion on that. So overall, I will say that I'm glad that they've been toying with the idea of these variants of maps because, like I said, it's been something that I've wanted to see in Call of Duty for a long time. I just don't like the fact that it seems to be taking away from new in-game experiences that we would be getting otherwise if they didn't have the resources dedicated to that. I think I would actually like this system a lot more if each variant of the map had at least one little attribute that's different than the base map that actually affects your gameplay. Like I said, this could be something really simple, as in Arsenal Sandstorm. You could make it so you couldn't actually see across that one common sniper line of sight. And that would completely change how that one side of the map plays. Preferably though, at this point, I would rather they just stop doing these variant maps and start to bring some throwback maps into the game instead. But that's just my opinion. I'd like to know in the comment section below, what do you guys think, first off, of Arsenal Sandstorm in particular? Do you like it more than the base map, or do you dislike it? And second, what do you think about the overall system of adding these variant maps? And also the fact that we haven't seen any of the free maps like we saw last year with COD World War II. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.
Yeah.